Here is a quick demonstration of Socratic. In this example, I'll be using Socratic to turn a general SQL agent into a SQL agent that is specialized in Google Analytics workloads. So I'll be using Socratic to quickly bring up a knowledge base that contains specialized information about Google Analytics databases. Here, I have already set it up, the Socratic repository locally. So first, I'll create a project called Google Analytics. And then I will launch the web UI using the same project I just created. This will take just a few seconds. So by default, it launches in localhost 3000. Okay, so the first thing we see is that a bunch of files that I prepared beforehand that are relevant to Google Analytics. So if we go back to the command we just entered first, so these are the files that are from this repository that you have to prepare beforehand. So we can see here, these files are really just samples of different tables in these Google Analytics database, which include things like different columns, column types, description of each column, and some sample rows, etc., etc. So we'll be building our database, our knowledge base from here. So let's click synthesize. So here, Socratic launches an agent in the background. So, and it asks us, what should we research? So in this example, let's say we want to know more about the columns in the Google Analytics database and what they mean. So we enter this, the Socratic agent launched in the background and is reading the source files. We just provided it. By default, we're using GPT 5.1. So this is your opportunity to specify what knowledge you want to extract from your source files. So here the agent has returned us a bunch of concepts that it discovered that might be relevant. So let's see. So, yeah, okay, so let's say, for example, we think points 1 and 2 are good and we want to research them. So we can say research points 1 and 2. As you can see, this is an interactive process. So you can correct the agent, further ask it to revise it so that you get exactly what you want. Now, the agent went back to do a deep research into the files that we just provided, and this will take some time. Okay, so I skipped ahead to when this agent finished. So that took about, excuse me, I think 3 minutes. Okay, so now once it's done, we can view the resulting knowledge base in this tab here. So we can see that the agent constructed these different knowledge items, and we can sort of expand each of them here. So from here, we can do various things. So for example, if we think one item is not necessary, let's say this one, we can simply go ahead and delete it. And also, for example, let's say if we think one of them needs to be significantly modified, we can hit modify here. And so this will bring up another agent session. So here we're working with the Socratic agent collaboratively again, almost like you're teaching someone more junior than you on how this should work, right? So in this example, let's see, maybe we're not happy about this statement is not exactly correct. So we can see that the it's not exactly accurate. Let's avoid speculations. Okay, so now the agent has taken our feedback and it's working on modifying. Okay, so that was really fast. So here, so it removed the event timestamp point that was just mentioned here. So you can go on and on to chat with the agent until you're happy with the result. So let's see where we are. So to finish, you just click type in done, all caps. And then, okay, now it's replaced. So this event item that we just modified has now been replaced with the content we just saw, the latest content we just saw. Okay, I mean, so that's the last resort. You can manually go ahead and edit this for whatever you want. Let's say maybe you don't want this point. It's very easy to just delete it, and then you can just save that. Of course, you can edit the title of this as well. So lastly, you can also add a new item here if there's something missing. So let's say we can say, oh, okay, so we only study about the columns. We didn't study, let's say, look into what tables are in the Google Analytics text database. So again, this launches a Socratic agent that runs in the background and looks into your source files. So this usually takes a bit longer because it's generating new items. Okay, so here is the draft of a new knowledge unit definition. Okay, again, so you can, if you're not happy about something, you can ask the agent to fix it. Once you're happy, just hit done, and this will add it back to here. And so we see that this item has been added to our knowledge base. Yeah. Okay, so you can play around with this until you're happy with the knowledge base. So once you are, and the last step is to sort of export all these knowledge to a format that the agent can use. So you can hit compose, the compose tab. So this might take a little longer. Okay, here we go. So here are sort of the items we just saw. So you can expand it to just see it again. So here you can sort of select which ones you want to export. So in some cases you want all of them, maybe not. Let's say we want these ones, and then just say compose. So what this will do is that it will combine all the concepts we just selected into one coherent prompt that can be directly used for your vertical agent. So let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, and skipping ahead, there it is, right? So it's a markdown format that's coherent and includes all the items we just selected here. So you can just copy it here and then paste it in the agent prompt. And you can always go back. Of course, if you're not happy with something, you can go back and edit and then come back to compose in the end, right? Yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and any feedback at this point are extremely welcome, whether it's positive or negative. So thanks a lot.